Good morning YouTube for one very last time from TT 2023, because Senior Race Day is finally here. One day late compared to other years because it's Saturday. So action-packed day ahead. I'm going to try and first of all have a look at the 100-year sidecar parade lap thing, see what we catch there. And then of course there's the Senior TT. So those are the two things I will focus on today. I'm up here in Nobles Park and at the Grandstand paddock area again, so that will be my focus. But before we jump into today's action, I would like to request your help, please. And specifically the help of anyone who has been here to the Grandstand, to Nobles Park, to the paddock during TT 2023 or any previous TT. As you know, I am a Douglas councillor and I am on the committee, Regeneration and Community Committee, that looks after Nobles Park. I'm not the chair, but I'm on the committee. We don't put on the TT, the council is way too small to do that. We give the keys to central government, DFE puts it on. But there's a license contract in place that stipulates certain things that have to happen or cannot happen. This contract comes up for renewal all the time. The current one is only valid for a year and is going to be renewed next year, and then we'll see how often we renew it after. What I could really do with is some first-hand feedback from you guys, the fans who have been here, have experienced this place. What did you like? What did you not like? Is there something you're missing? Is there something that should be here, that shouldn't be here? What the good and the bad things, because we want you to have the best possible experience when you go to the TT. And really the best way to get that is to ask you guys who've been here. So for example, I saw a post on Facebook the other day. Someone said he was allowed to park here all week with his van, and today he was turned away with his van. So maybe do we need more consistency on parking? Who can park here? Do we need, I don't know, different layouts? Do we need different entertainment? What do you want to see? What do you like? What do you not like? So I really want your feedback so we can make a better decision in the future and help you have a better and more enjoyable TT. And I'll put my email in the description. It's public anyway. You can find it on the Douglas website. Please do send me your ideas, your feedback, your thoughts from previous visits, what you liked and didn't like, so we can help you have a more enjoyable TT in future, because that's what it's all about.
Die nutzen jede Gelegenheit, dass auch Gespräche mit ihnen Warum fahren die auch jede Klasse? Das heißt jetzt nicht, dass jeder nicht schon wieder. So genauso Spezialisten
this evening. Melanie got into Hishma 8:47 this morning. She will then be going out from Douglas to Liverpool later at 2:45, getting in at 5:45 and then returning at 6:45 back here at 9.
Someone asked for a shot of the Ace Coffee booth. Happy to oblige. I'll let you in on a secret. There was actually talk of having an Ace Cafe in the Isle of Man at some point, because it would make perfect sense. Where else to have one? Someone got fined £3,000 the other day for violating the no drone zone rule. So please, if you have a drone, do not use it within, I believe, 1,000 meters of the TT course at any time. Thanks.
He drives it along.
Centre Paddock, this is a further call for the owner of vehicles parked.
It seems a lot of teams have already left, and there's probably a number of reasons. One, of course, the new TT format is longer, 10 race days. And two, there is limited capacity to get people on and off the island. I believe it's around 3,000 at the moment. There's only the small ferry and the freight ferry, so if you need to be somewhere else, you just have to leave early, which kind of leaves a bit of a patchwork paddock at the moment for senior race day. And then after today, you will see very, very quickly, everyone will pack up and head for the ferry pretty much immediately.
No problem, mate. No, definitely try and get out with the guys. Oh, mate,
Someone said they wanted to see more of what's in the fan zone, so I'll give you a shot while it's still empty. On this side you have the McGuinness's bar, it's just a bar basically. Over there is where the DJ and stuff is at night. That's your entrance where you get free Monster Energy stuff. That's the control booth and where you see, you know, the interviews for TT Plus, the commentators, that's where they hang out. There's your live stage and there's some food. And there's the new return lane, well, new couple of years I guess, return lane grandstand where you can watch as well, or you can just stand there for free. So that's pretty much all there is in the fan zone, which is actually a really cool kind of space to hang out, and it's going to get absolutely packed as you will see later, so should be a good day. So the warm-up lap is on the way, that's what you just saw there, and now I'm thinking where to go for the TT Sidecar Centenary Parade lap. Apparently there's only a couple of sidecars going out. I might try the grid, because that's also where I want to be for the start of the senior, and then I might do different positions again, we'll see. So I just noticed, I mean 10 quid to sit on this grandstand on the return lane really isn't, you know, bad value for money. But I just noticed, see this? Friday is more expensive than Saturday. Now traditionally, senior race day is the day. So could it be that moving into Saturday devalued it? Because senior race day was always the most expensive, and now it's suddenly less expensive than Friday, so that's a bit strange. You know, I didn't want to bring the whole ladder gate thing back up, but Jesus, this is next level. Look at this. And I'll show you, it's not mine, but it's a public road, so it's presumably a different thing. That's actually not a bad idea. It's right at the start line. Smart.
There's not enough with them. They're going to do a... There's Milky getting all sorted out.
It's crazy going around on a solo, but this is a new level of crazy.
Right, exactly. A friend of mine used to do it years ago. Believe it or not, she's a doctor A&E, you'd think you'd know better. Do you know what I mean? She's retired now, but her and her husband used to do the sidecars. You're thinking nuts.
Mum, there's a piece of paper that I don't know what's fallen down on the road.
I think there's only 2 or 3 of them, isn't there?
Attention pilot. The parade lap will start in half a minute. Half a minute to the start of the parade lap. Control out.
Is it just free going that?
Yeah, it looks like it. We thought there was going to be more, but
I'm a bit confused.
how are they going to get it tackled? Is it going to be
Doesn't begin with a D, begins with a C.
So it's full.
Yo, Charlotte, bold.
Attention ballot. It's the third race signal for the Milwaukee Senior TT race. That's 15 minutes to the start of the race. Can we please have numbers 1 to 20, numbers 1 to 20 up onto the start line. Control out.
I'm waiting. Milwaukee.
then he takes back again?
你關呢個喎你啊！
Minute start line, 3 minutes.
Coming to the lab.
2 minutes start line, 2 minutes.
Stop me, hè?
Liz!
So after the winners enclosure shot, which as you've just seen, is not quite the same without a ladder. Unfortunately, they put loads of VIPs in front of everyone, so the more you pay, the more you see. That's TT 2023. Anyway, before I head to the press conference, which will take a while, because first they have to do the podium, then they do the VIP press conference, and then they do the proper one. I'll just hang out here at where the riders come down, give you some footage, and then we do the fan part.
I have them. You didn't have that guy, did you? Yeah. Did you get rid of them? I didn't have that guy. I thought you were good there. Well done.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
All 130s. Well done, all right, okay. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers.
There we go. Thank you very much.
I've done that one already. It's on the same as
Grace. James Shirley.
I've got them.
Sorry.
Try and get
Go stand clear, please. The van's going to try and get through here. Watch your backs, folks.
Wet the hair a bit, look dead sweaty, just walk through there and come back down here.
I just come out to the exit of Park Firmino with the all-ins track. Where are you?
Estarem menjant de divorant.
All the best.
If you don't know who Konni is, you don't know TT. I'll tell his story some other time, because there's quite a lot to tell.
Last page.
Yeah,
here we are.
Good man. Good man.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Okay.
You're trying to get it here.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, there,
Maybe right there. Yeah.
Thanks, Willie.
Okay.
Ah,
It was a pleasure.
Good. Thank
All
you.
the best.
Thank you.
Sure.
There you go.
I wasn't kidding when I said they would, pack as soon as the senior is over. All the teams are already packing, tents are already going down. Everyone's rushing for the ferry, and we're going to rush for the behind-the-scenes podium. Well, just like I said earlier, the fan zone is going to be insanely busy today. So here we are. And what they don't know is behind those food trucks is where the riders will go to the stage. So that's where we are going to go.
Right, in third place is our phenomenal week. Hopefully he's got a smile on his face, it looks like he has. Everybody give it up for Michael Dunlop! More! Just finished second with the senior TT. Anyway, give it up. What a phenomenal ride from this man. He's been on the podium all week, everybody. It's Dean Harrison! We got it. Next up, raise the roof for this man, 13 times a TT winner is your Milwaukee Senior TT race winner, Peter Hickman! good start to the weekend. A bit disappointed with the win yesterday, but that's life. And today, the boys were faster, and it's just the way it goes. That's how this place goes. But we go home with 4 TT wins to the stable, and 25 TT wins overall, which is regardless. Hey, you're allowed to smile, mate. You're allowed to smile. It is for me a big thing, and if I never win another one, of still 25s is quite a way. You know what I mean? So it's I'm happy after that.
And don't forget, 130 mile an hour on a super sport bike as well. So
yeah,
take that home.
I think that was the biggest thing for me. To get that 600 to the next. We're always pushing, same with the stock, same with the superbike, and twin 600, and to do 100, people, I know people's come here for years and years and years to try and do 130 on their big bike, and we're now doing them on the 600, but be the first person to break that. So the bike, believe it or not, we just literally have left it the way it is, and that's it now. It's a dear retirement, but she's now retired and left the way she finished the race.
And then a little consolation, MD Racing has won the team award this year as well. So, you've got that too.
Yeah, it's nice because, all my lads don't work at motorbikes. It's not their job. It's, the ones of Sparky and a mechanic, fabricator, they don't actually kitchen maker. They don't actually work at bikes. So to come here with the lads, and it's probably the first time that my team's ever been recognised at an event, or an awards or anything. So it's nice for them that they can see the work they've put into it.
Awesome. Everybody give it for Michael Dunlop. Dean, I think I owe you an apology a little bit. Just because we started the podcast this morning, we talked about what was going to happen, and
you wrote me off, didn't you?
No.
Miserable bastard.
No, I didn't write you off. Don't use that. All I said was, it's going to be hard for you to be fighting for that win and fighting for second place. It did look like it was a 2-horse race. We'd seen it all week. And you're slightly down on power. I spoke to Johnny on the start line, though, and he said you've made some changes. And he felt pretty confident that you were going to go out there and do something. And you did something, right?
I mean, honestly, yeah, obviously, I didn't want to bang on about that. You can't knock the team. The team's been brilliant all week. Obviously, we have been, I think, 12 mile an hour down on Pete and 10 mile an hour on Michael for the speed trap. But for me, it's frustrating, obviously, but there's not a lot I can do, and the team's not a lot they can do. Honestly, if anyone wants an award for hard work, my team deserves it, because they've put... Honestly, they're there, the first there in the morning, the last to leave at night, and they're turning over everything we can to try and make the best of what we have. And I set off today, and I got the head down from the start, and I thought, right, if I can just do 6 laps as fast as I can and just see where we end up. And I had a few moments here and there, and Pete were edging me, and then I got a bit back in the pit stop, and I were edging a little bit out of Michael each time. But like Michael said earlier, 6 laps around here, like 260 odd corners a lap, and you're separated by bloody 2 seconds of temps and 7 here there. You can't ride it. People, honestly, I can't stress it how hard work it is to ride around here. And I take that after Pete, Michael all week, and everybody else. It's just been great, and it's thanks to everybody here today that makes it special.
Safe to say you're happy with the result. You're happy with the result. You're happy with how the week's gone.
Obviously it'd be nicer to win, but this twat got in the way. It's nice to get second. I was sick of being frigging third. You know what I mean? Everyone goes, oh, great, you've had another podium. I said, yeah, I've been third all week. You know what I mean? So, no, to get second now, it is nice, but no, fair play to these lads, because they've been riding on top of the game all week and pushing the boundaries. So, to be in the middle of these two and be in the mix there, it's a nice place to be, and the atmosphere is great, so I'm a happy chappy.
Good, so you should be, Dean. Do you know what, Pete? No, I'm not going to say it. I kind of wrote you off. I thought it was going to be Michael. I had my money on Michael, right? As much as I love you, Pete, I thought
Tell you, you couldn't be further from the truth, could you? You're wrong.
Whatever
Basically, if you come up with lottery numbers, do the freaking opposite.
Pretty much, yeah. No. Hey, listen, even though I made those predictions, I'm not taking anything away from any of you boys. What you do is absolutely phenomenal. But that was a phenomenal race, right from the start, weren't it?
Absolutely. You know, these boys, these two here in particular, have been absolutely on the pipe for the last 2 weeks, and nothing's ever easy around the Isle of Man TT, and particularly not when these two are really on the game. You know, it's great to see Dean's really pulled his finger out today and got off the right side of bed for once. But yeah, it's been super hard for myself on the superbike. It's been an absolute pig to ride. She's been riding me around the course rather than me riding her around the course, and it's been like that up until this morning when we finally managed to tame her a little bit. And before, I did the solo warm-up lap, not because I wanted to, but because I had to, because of all the problems we've been having. And before I'd even got to the bottom of Bray Hill, I had a massive sigh of relief, because I knew already that we'd hopefully cracked it. And yeah, a couple of miles into the lap, I knew that we'd got it sorted. And you know, my lap this morning was actually pretty fast. Not obviously nobody would know because it was an untimed lap, but I've got it on the dash, so I know exactly what I did. And I think that filled me with a load of confidence, even more so than what I had already, to go into the race. And pulled my finger out really early, which is really difficult for me. I'm not very good at going fast straight away, and these boys both are. They're always out the traps really fast, and I really struggle with it. But this morning, maybe the warm-up lap helped a little bit, but this morning I was on it right to Glen Helen. I had a 2 or 3 second lead by the time I got to the lap, so managed to just kind of break the rhythm a little bit and just edge away. Like Dean said, it was some sectors I was only pulling maybe 1 or 2 seconds, and then the next sector we were identical, or he'd gain a 10th or 2 back. In the pit stop, we knew the Kawasaki's faster than what the BM is, because the BM drinks fuel. She loves a bit of fuel. You know, you're pulling big horsepower like what the BM is. They use more fuel. That's the trade-off. You got a faster bike, but then you use more fuel. But also BMW's done a fantastic job with the aerodynamics in particular. The BMW M1000RR, the aerodynamics are what's making the top speed. It's not the horsepower, it's aerodynamics for me. It's unbelievable. I'm 6'2" and I'll be able to hang behind that screen and I can't feel an ounce of wind on me. It's absolutely perfect. I don't know what we did in that race, but I know earlier in the week obviously we did 202 mile an hour a good few times, which is unbelievable really. So massive thank you to the monster BMW team by FHO Racing. They've done a fantastic job, working really hard to figure out how to get that superbike as fast as it went today.
4-all, boys, it's 4-all.
We need another race, don't we?
Shall we come back again and do it next year?
No.
Oh, sorry, Dean, hold on.
Can't have a fight?
All right, fine. I'd pay to see that. But in all honesty, it's that's it, done and dusted. Like I say, 4-all. We're back again next year to do it all over again.
Absolutely that. And the final word from me, my final thoughts are with Raul Torres, his family and friends. You know, he's been a good friend to all of us. I'm sure we can all say the same thing. We've known him for a good few years now, and super sad that he won't be with us for any longer. So yeah, my thoughts are with him and his family and friends.
Appreciate that, mate. Everybody give it up. The Milwaukee podium for the senior TT. In 3rd place, we have Michael Dunlop. In 2nd place, Dean Harrison. And your winner, 13 times TT winner now, it is Peter Hickman.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
And with that shot of the podium and proceedings coming to an end here, I'll leave you for TT 2023. Well, at least for the series from every single day of TT. I hope you enjoyed the coverage. I tried my best to show you an angle that maybe you don't see so often, give you some inside knowledge. You know, let you know what TT is like, but there really is nothing like being here yourself. So if you've never been here, this is a trip of a lifetime. Do it. Do it. Do it. That is all I can tell you. And with that, I'll leave you. I'll do a review at some point in the future and a lot more videos, so please like and subscribe. This is by far not all. There will be a lot more during the year, and we have the Manx Grand Prix and all sorts of things. But for now, I'm done. I'm spent. I need a drink. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next year.
There we go. there, Dino.